What I want you to consider this morning is that when Jesus commissions his disciples to minister in his name, the message that we proclaim, the message that we give, even in spite of our own struggles, even in spite of our own failures, we give hope. Not just some innocuous word hope, but hope that can only be found in Jesus Christ, the King of Kings. In him, change and hope is possible. All other messages are false hope. It's not true. Hope from the world's viewpoint is just what the dictionary definition describes. The world sees hope as a wish or a desire. Hope as the world sees it is a longing for something that may be better, but it may or may not take place. You can achieve all the earthly possessions, all the wealth, you got all the degrees, you got all your education, you got everything that you think is going to bring you happiness and bring you peace. You can store up that, so you think, but one day you're going to meet your Maker. Go back to the Old Testament book of Amos. I just want to see a little verse here, a couple verses here. Amos, and we're in 5 verse 18. And it speaks to those who really think that they're going to the grave and that things are going to be well there. Look at what Amos says here. Alas, you who are longing for the day of the Lord. Day of the Lord is really an Old Testament metaphor understanding. It's really a day of judgment. I'm happy, I'm excited. I think the day of the Lord's going to bring me something good, or the grave is going to bring me something profitable. I'm going to be at peace. I'm going to be at rest. Let's look at what Amos says. For what purpose will the day of the Lord be to you? Stinging indictment here. It will be darkness and not light. He goes on to give an example, an illustration of this. As when a man flees from a lion and a bear meets him, or goes home and leans on his hand on the wall and a snake bites him. Will not the day of the Lord be darkness instead of light, even gloom with no brightness in it? Brothers and sisters, those who hope in this world's false hope, false religious systems, that's what their day will be. Proverbs 10:28. Look at the contrast here in this verse. The hope of the righteous is gladness, but the expectation of the wicked perishes. Psalm 31 verse 24. Be strong and take courage. What? All you who hope in the Lord. That's what we find our strength in. Our true hope is in Jesus. Our true hope is in God. The Bible defines the word hope as a little stronger than a fond wish or a desire. Remember this. It basically means this: a deep, settled confidence that God will keep his promises. That's hope. A deep, settled confidence that God will keep his promises. As a result, biblical hope is joyful, confident expectation. So when we deal with suffering, hurting people, we give them true hope. That's why it's not so important that we write them a check all the time, or that we provide, yes, we provide for their physical needs, but it's not just that. We provide for them the hope that we have.